Suppose you're asking for a promotion, let us say, your boss, you're asking for a promotion, but he's not directly telling that whether he's going to give your promotion or not. He's telling that I think because of COVID, the entire world and entire market is collapsing. You're talking about promotion, he's talking about the negative things to you. That means he's not going to accept your request for a promotion. So why this same thing, you can see in this picture here, you can see in the sea how it actually is because of these depressions and all, how it really happens. That means whatever a small word your boss or your customers are telling about you, it is because of the ideas, thoughts, and comparisons. They'll be comparing you with the other colleagues or other subordinates, and they're comparing with your feelings, emotions, and views, opinions, and everything. In a small word is expressing you. That is the emotions. Whatever your boss or customer is actually expressing in different stages over a period of time, that is called emotions. The emotions, nobody comes and tells that whether I'm liking you, whether going to promote you, whether going to retain you. Same thing, you see in the elections. This is a very in a democracy. They are going to overnight. They will change the prime minister. They'll change the prime minister and chief minister and whatever it is in the political era. That is the reason, because of emotions. If you're really creating some emotions, that is the reason most of politicians, what they will do, they'll go on change their election manifesto. Suppose N.T. Ramarao is talking about 2 rupees kg rice. Now, nobody bothers about 2 rupees kg rice. Actually, now you have seen in Telangana, we are having excess crops now. Actually, they want to come and sell, but there is no buyers because the production has gone to nearly 200 times. So what I'm trying to say is, when the production has gone up very high, that time the 2 rupees kg is the very needy for the public. Now the same public is not talking about 2 rupees kg. They're talking about only employment. They're only talking about something else. So what I'm trying to say, these emotions also, that means needs of the subordinates and needs of your customers also will change. Accordingly, you should also change. Now, especially this entire thing to understand, I have taken again from the different psychology books on slide here. Here what happens is, when suppose you have taken a small newly appointed one executive, some people what they will do is, they will not, suppose he'll say that, suppose Reliance is growing very fast. Reliance Jio and Reliance, one group is growing very fast because he is fixing some targets. Let us say in Telangana or in Andhra, suppose from 10% you make it your market share 30% and you are regional manager. And he'll give full funds and he'll give everything freedom to you, and you can do whatever changes you want, whatever alignment strategy you want, and he'll give full freedom here in the first place. That means that person is having full, and he will not ask about how we are doing, what you are doing, whether appointing your relatives or what we are taking from your competitors, BSNL or Airtel. You will not ask any questions. He just only ask about what is the target you fix and whether you achieve or not. Only in the board meeting, again he'll call you, he'll ask, suppose like a little professor, he's come out with the innovative ideas and he's going to grow. Same thing children also. So for example, in personal life, if a child is there, you give him full freedom and he also gives some knowledge. So he is going to, because whatever he likes, you just allow him and he'll do wonders. Sometimes what happens is, some children, they're not even caring, they're throwing the stones on the parents, stones on the brothers. Why it is happening? Because they're not given freedom. Because suddenly you are changed. It's called change management here. That means the child has been groomed for some years with somebody who is actually groomed in a different way, and suddenly you actually change the mode. So suddenly change actually shall become rebellion child. So you can take about, let us say, a child with a grandparents, he will be given full freedom and he also behave like a small grandchild, and you'll feel that is a free child and he'll grow up like very fast. Whereas, suppose critical parent, what he will do? No, you can't do this, you can't do that, I'll give punishment, this thing, that thing, I'll say, then automatically begin rebellion. Same thing in the organization also. The subordinate is having, because the subordinate comes with the latest knowledge. Knowledge is doubling almost every second year. Whatever boss is having is very traditional, and he will not be having knowledge on par with the young fellows. So whether you take the Bill Gates, you take about all the top executives, even though they're the number one, and they won't. With Narayan Murthy in Infosys, whether Red Lab, Sanjay Reddy, or you talk about Bill Gates, all these fellows, their behavior is like a child because they won't feel that I am the head, I am the super boss here. They won't mind, and they'll go to the. Suppose other day I was talking to one of our associate here. He's saying that when he was taking training at Narayan Murthy's Infosys, he himself comes in the queue and take the lunch along with the trainees. So like this, once you are suppose if you take about government organizations, because I trained most of the government revenue, police and other departments, there is a rule is very important. They're not bothered about really what is the other person's need, whether you have followed rule or not, whether you have submitted all the reports as per the rules or not. That means that fellow has actually become the adopted child. You can just see the last picture. That means he is not going to be any creative. He cannot put any of his ideas. Whereas in corporates, if you really commit more mistakes and you come out with the solution for that, you will be rewarded and awarded. Same thing if you do same thing in the government organizations, and you will be fired. So what I am trying to say is, in the emotions, try to understand that what is that other person requires. Based on that, that's called child, the free child. If you give them more freedom, so the FC, and this is the little professor. And rebellion child. Rebellion child means most of the thing, whether you are seeing about Naxalism, you're talking about number of things are happening in society, and they become rebellion. Suppose now as long as you are keeping your voters happy, they will again elect. Sometimes most of the people they elected first time, second time, and third time if he is not keeping his promises, and you lose in the elections. So same thing happens here. That means if you are keeping too much of control to your subordinates, too much control to your children, then automatically what happens is you will not react. Suppose you are giving free child, you brought some, let us say balloons, you brought some bell and some of the good pictures to play, and that fellow spoils in one day, and you are given punishment. Next time onwards, what you will do? You will not even touch any of the balloons or whatever it is. So then automatically the creativity goes off.
Thank you, Dr. Ratan, for sharing insights into what you are planning to cover as part of Dr. Ratan Talks channel in the upcoming sessions, and also what is the agenda. And I clearly understand that it's for creating a better society. Also, we have recently launched the Managing Emotions session, and we have few more videos in the series of emotions coming up. Viewers would like to know more about what are the upcoming sessions, what to expect from the emotions videos, and also after that, what are the other series planned. I know you were talking about the line titles, stress management and other stuff. So if you can tell us more details about what you're planning to cover in the upcoming sessions and today's session, that would be of great help to your viewers.
Okay, thank you, Sandeep. I also got a lot of messages from the viewers that they are really liking that the way we are approaching about types of executives, and they also like very much how to manage their own bosses, how to manage their peers. Now in the upcoming sessions, we are going to cover more on how to deal with the family members, how to deal with the subordinates, how to deal with your bosses, and through real life practical sessions. This session is coming today. In the upcoming sessions, we are going to cover in the emotions, and what is the emotions, what is the intelligent quotient, what is the emotion quotient, why some people without any basic knowledge they are very successful in the life, and there are some people highly intelligent, even including Harvard or IIMs, and they are not very successful. That means there is something what is required in the life that we are going to have series of sessions. Now this is very important, whether it is Narayan Murthy or Bill Gates, whether it is a Trump or it is Modi, how they have become successful. We are going to a very practical approach in understanding. And in upcoming sessions, we are going to have more on land title issues, focusing on farmers, and experts' advice on that, especially the farmers who are facing land title problems because of the prohibited land, and how this they are going to face with the revenue, how they are going to face with the municipality. These things we are going to cover. And in the next session, we are going to cover leadership, because ultimately leader means need not be political leader, any other leaders, and how to brand these government officials and other practices. And we are going to have more of NRIs, and really this is going to help them how to have their property in a safe position, and they be dealing with the political leaders. And especially we are going to have a very important session that is called stress management, because most of the people, especially in NRIs, especially software engineers, they are facing a lot of stress. At the young age, they are getting into heart problems. So how to manage the stress with the expert sessions we are going to have. And especially we are going to have a case study on Devari Amjal with the collaboration of the government officials and politicians and the farmers. This is a very, very interesting session, a practical approach. We wanted to see that how they can solve the problem themselves. And we are also going to discuss about different committees, how the government is going to resolve them, and a practical case study. And apart from this, some personality development classes. We are also going to bring some strike culture, work culture of Singaradi College, and it is a very important achievement of our Ratan channel. Thank you then.